Hello, beautiful Pisces souls, and welcome to the Pisces May 2025 Tarot Forecast. I am your psychic advisor, Micah. Um, so, the month of May, it's ruled by the season of Taurus predominantly. So, I look at it as a time to reflect on your priorities and your finances. So, this video, we will be looking mainly at financial advice. But usually, whenever I do something like that, it's like, well, to have better finances, you need people to be pouring love into you. So, if you get a love reading, it'll be like, apply for a new job and go back to school and all these things that don't really have to do with um, plowing into somebody else. Whereas when you do a money reading and you're like, how do I have better finances? How do I get a better job? Blah, blah, blah. It'll be like, make new friends, be kind, be nice. Go plow into somebody else. So sometimes it can be sort of like a cycle, but it's just like balancing the different um, needs that you have as a human being. But so let's get into this read-in. So like I said before, you know, when it comes to your finances, we have the Two of Wands reverse here. So it's especially revolving around your self-esteem. So it's like being in a relationship, or having a good partner, or being part of a good partnership, uh, would make you feel better. Would make you feel warmer too, I guess, like physically, like there'd be another human being there generating heat. There's power in, stronger powers in twos and in pairs. Um, and then I see a page of wands in your second house. So the second house is the Taurus house. So this would be this page of wands would be someone that you would be interacting with a lot around the end of April, April 2025. And then even as I'm saying the name April, like the page of wands sort of looks like April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the yellow jacket and like orange pants sort of, or brown like khaki pants or something. Um, and so this person that comes into your life around April, or that you'll be speaking to, which they could be a person. People are always asking, is this a person from my past? Is someone that I already know? Like, you'd be so surprised. Like, the person that you got married to could have been in the same incubator as you when you were a child, like as a baby, or a daycare or kindergarten class that you had forgotten about. So don't really, cause, and time is happening simultaneously. So it's like asking, like, is this person from my past, present, or future? It's like this person is just from your life. They're a character in your life. You know what I mean? So this character in your life, this Sagittarian character from your life, they might want to become like a psychic advisor as well, a priest, a reverend. Um, and they will be a really good financial resource to you. I see that moving forward, um, or when moving forward from this person, or like what you're speaking to existence with this person, is the Ten of Wands reverse is like relieving burdens. So, May tarot forecast for Pisces, with a focus and emphasis on reflecting on your finances and how your finances can improve and how you can have like a better, better, more fruitful uh, financial stability in your life, whatever. whatever words, that is like, getting a really good partner, which is something that I saw even before I brought the cards out. So, um, so the energy that you're walking away from even emphasizes this energy where it is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this is sort of saying, like, I don't know if this is saying to like abandon your body of work or your resume, but in meditation earlier today, in meditation and conversation, I was talking about how at times or all the time, whenever I give myself one task, I turn it into like an instant sweatshop. So it's like if I decide that I'm gonna like make candles, I'm not gonna just like rattle off like 2 or 3 candles. It's like I'm gonna make 20, like I'm gonna make 80 candles. Um, like I was doing these natal chart example natal chart reading videos, and my intention was to do just one video of one person and sort of have that be like, my sample natal chart reading. And then I was like, no, I want to do one for one of every sign. And then I was like, I want to do one for every celebrity Pisces that exists in the world. And I settled somewhere in between one video and a million videos. I chose 12, which I feel like is okay. But I think it's like walking away from that sort of energy, finding a good partner to help you relieve burdens um, of like different tasks day to day. So, if you're a Pisces and you work on a farm and your job is to like feed the animals, wash the animals, and like clean up after the animals, I guess that's the same thing, So like feed the animals, clean the animals. I don't know, like if they're like sheep or chickens or something, like harvest whatever it is from the animals. Because we do have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. So let's say it's like chickens, you know what I mean? Like you gotta like feed them, clean them, and get their eggs. If there's 2 people, there could be a person that or 2 people, which I'm seeing in this reading is talking about 2 people. But if there were 3 people, uh, so there could be like one person who washes the animals, one person who harvests from the animals, and one person who feeds the animals, and then those tasks can be traded out, and then the 3 of you aren't burnt out any longer. I guess the one thing that talks about 3 is that this Ten of Wands reverse is in the third house. So this could be talking about like you and your twin brothers or twin sisters, or if you're quadruplets or something like that. Um, or maybe there's just a lot of people who look a lot like you, and but I mean, this thing is like it's easier said than done too, because the Ten of Wands is a Sagittarius card. The third house is a Gemini house or placement. So you getting together and getting along with your former classmates or coworkers, or actually not like former classmates, cousins, people the same height as you, basketball team maybe, or something like that, would require a lot of smoke. Meaning like maybe you guys need to smoke a lot of weed together just to find harmony because there's so much animosity. Maybe you guys are Arab, so maybe you need to like have like a lot of hookahs ready or something, hookahs or tea or fireworks, maybe like whatever it is that brings your family together. And it might be like really expensive. It could be like a huge Italian dinner. It could be like some type of like banquet or something. uh, yeah, and then I was like trying to like when in my mind it sounds like Thanksgiving or something, but I'm like this is May, so whatever type of feasting holiday I guess it's not really it's not even really a feasting holiday. It's a Ten of Wands, so there's the 4th of July where people shoot off fireworks. Oh, maybe it's like Memorial Day or something, because there also is like the tower here. And Memorial Day in May. Memorial Day or Labor Day or something. Maybe it's like a Labor Day sale. Maybe you don't sell chickens at all. Maybe you like sell Hondas or something, and it's like Memorial Day. And so, in the spirit of wanting to multiply, amplify, fortify your finances, in the month of May 2025, we have the Three of Wands in your fourth house, which says that you are experiencing a lot of feelings and emotions about wedge politics issues, and not necessarily to like diminish its severity, but like things going on in Gaza Strip, um, things going on in the north of Ireland, things going on uh, between Republicans and Democrats in America, North and South Korea, um, those types of issues being on weighing on your heart, soul, and mind. I see that your biggest obstacle in your journey at this point is the King of Wands reversed. So this could either be like a fire sign person who refuses to start anything, or a fire sign person who has passed away, whose memory is sort of like holding you back from achieving certain things. Um, or because I always say that the fifth house is like the house of like literally like house of like hurdles and obstacles. Um, it's like a sexy distraction. Um, and so, and you become like aware that like someone was like plotting on you or like scheming on you or like trying to run some scam on you. And what's supposed to help you like overcome this is uh, the Seven of Pentacles, which is like just waiting for your harvest to come in. So it's like, back to the chickens. It's like if someone's saying like, "Oh, you don't really have chickens and you're not really raising them and feeding them and washing them and washing them, harvesting eggs from them or feathers or whatever it is, and making pillows or whatever it is that you say that you're doing." And then they see you at the farmer's market selling your eggs or your pillows or chicken feathers or whatever it is that you've been doing. I don't know, and it's like a lot of like competitive. I guess I'm seeing Leo, but maybe like Sagittarian people, as well, that are just like very doubtful of other people because of their own addictive behavior with the devil here. So they're like, how do people stop watching TV long enough to make all this amazing social media content with their like paintings and their costumes and whatever, what have you. And it could just be that they're so like disciplined and smart and just had such better upbringings and such better fathers than you. Or it could be like, some people aren't interested in television. Some people don't have television. Some people TVs don't work. I know for myself, a lot of the times, like when there's something very important going on, or like my mind needs to be focused in a way that I'm not typically focused. Like my Wi-Fi will go out, or something will happen, and then it's like I have to receive media in a certain way, and almost like in a refined way, to receive a message that I like. That is, I'm not gonna say like dire, but like is like needed for me to receive. And I do see the Four of Cups reversed in the center of this reading. So if you're, because that's the thing too. Like I was addicted to watching this one television show. I was watching it all the time on my phone, nonstop. But it sort of delivered in retrospect, which is usually how the story goes. It did deliver in retrospect a message of synchronicity to me. But then also that was under limitations because it was like the only show that I was watching. So maybe the message, if I was watching something like Law and Order or something more long format than just like, comedian video clips or whatever it was that I was watching, I would have been able to receive the message faster and clearer and more in focus. And maybe that's the Four of Cups. Like maybe it's like, don't watch, just simply keep watching the same things over and over again. Maybe do. I know for myself, even like when I was like in work ruts and things like that, like I would come home, watch the same television show over and over again, and eat the same meal. But then also, when it comes to, I don't know, like if you ever get a chance to be on Saturday Night Live or RuPaul's Drag Race or some show that you don't know about yet, and like every word to The Office, or like literally like The Office is your favorite song and you know every word, or The Office or Austin Powers or whatever that comfort show might be, that just might be your freak show talent later on in life, as you are investing your time and money wisely. And I see that what you are attracting is the Seven of Cups, which is like confusion. And then to see like the Seven of Cups can usually be like difficult to interpret because it's a very plain interpretation of like overwhelming confusion, right? But then it's like, oh, like I'm speaking that into existence. That's my obstacle. That's what's like, or even to see the Seven of Cups in the sixth house of like, okay, so what's going to help me is overwhelming confusion. Which it could be, the people that you work with being overwhelmingly confused by you. But to see it in the seventh house of what you're attracting is overwhelming confusion. It's like that. This could be what could be protecting you. So if you get hit in the head, if you get too drunk at some point or too high or whatever it is, uh, you could literally be the state of being that you need to be in to receive the message that you're looking for. Receive the message that you're looking for. Find a lost pen that you've been looking for, lost credit card, lost wallet, lost phone, makeup bag, pet snake. Like maybe you just need to be like so hungover that, your body temperature is telling you to go lay in a corner somewhere, and then you find your, pet hamster, Steve, hopefully still alive, and just like looking at you. That's the reason why you got so drunk and you were so scared in the first place because you couldn't find your pet, whatever, you found it. Mazel tov, congratulations. And so because what you want here is the tower. So also like when I like before like I was talking to somebody and they were like, isn't it difficult? I think because they were talking about like TikTok, they're like, isn't it difficult like having to find something profound to say every day? And I was like, well, like profundity would be great. Like if I could just like rattle things off that are resonating with people and it is healing to them, like that's amazing. But there really isn't, when you're doing things honestly and it's not all sideshow, side freak circus. Um, you know, there really isn't any like necessity for that because it's like you're just being honest, you're just reading, right? So if you are on social media and you're not a tarot reader, like maybe you're just reading Bible verses and recording them and putting them on your YouTube, and it's not for popularity, it's just like for your own archive so that, when you want to hear yourself read the Bible, you can, or Harry Potter, or um, Archie, or whatever, Goodnight Moon, whatever your favorite book is. Uh, it can help you build like a talent for whatever you're building for your future. Um, it could be very explosive towards your like spiritual and occult magic. And I think that like there's things intuitively that that other people will love. With the Knight of Cups here in your ninth house. So it's like, if you desperately want to travel or there's somewhere abroad that you want to go, it's like you know exactly who to talk to, how to get there, and how to get the money to get there. But you might just be like denying yourself or like ignoring the messages of how to do that. With your career and destiny, there's like the devil here, so there's a lot of fear. Perhaps there's a lot of fear of the power and the control that you could have over other people, rising to these different echelons of power. And I see that your best friend in this part of your journey right now is going to be the Hierophant. And the Hierophant does carry a somewhat like Leo and Taurus energy in combination with each other. So this is saying to me like, it's like Oprah or something, or like Ricky Lake, like a famous pop psychologist will be like really helpful to you, like even like Fraser Crane. Um, like even just like watching Frasier. So it's like if you're afraid to, if you have a friend that you think needs to be into therapy, or if you're trying to figure out who you want to be as a therapist or advisor, I think like watching one of your friends, or sometimes people watch people on YouTube and like, oh, this is my friend or whatever. So watching like one of your friends on YouTube could be very therapeutic. A popular Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius. And but I also see, especially because like the Hierophant's robes are red, I always see this as watching people talk about therapy and like concepts around therapy on YouTube specifically. So I don't know if other video channels have things like that that might be better, like BetterHelp or whatever it could be, but that's sort of what I see in my cards. And also the Hierophant is an orangutan. I don't know. So if there's some type of thing with an orangutan, if you have an orangutan friend or a friend who looks like an orangutan, especially with the devil next to it too, like they might, like their chest might resemble an orangutan or something like that. They could be very helpful and beneficial to your journey right now. And I see secretly Pisces, like in your spare time, like you're sort of like manifesting, looking and feeling younger with the Page of Cups here, whether if that's like a youthful energy to be like energized as you were when you were young, summoning in a younger version of yourself for like a partner, or even like trying to conceive a child that looks specifically like you because you're vain and because you're vain and shallow. Um, and bad, bad Pisces. But I mean, it's upright, so it's good. Just kidding. So like you could be like wanting to have a child that looks a lot like you. The Page of Cups, as I do sometimes see pages more as like pets versus people. So like the Page of Pentacles I see is like a cat. The Strength card I see is like maybe like a big cat or like a dog. Like dog is definitely like the moon, strength, the Fool, like little dog behind his ankles and stuff. But then sometimes like the Two of Cups, the Fool, Page of Cups could be like a cat or like a white cat. Two of Swords is like a gray cat with because they have those cards. They have like these like cards, like these like cat tarot cards I've seen before. So like the Two of Swords can be like a gray cat with like little white sock feet. And then earlier today in meditation, I was like, well, I guess like the Page of Cups most likely is like a pet fish, but I don't really count fish as being a pet. And I was like, maybe that's a thing that a lot of people think of in their mind, like when something's in its own terrarium. And then the Page of Wands would be some type of like, obviously some type of like reptile or lizard. Um, so yeah, that's what I see there. And so like secretly on your alone time, like I said, you were trying to like manifest feeling or looking younger. You might even in your private time like dress very youthfully. Like I don't know, I was watching something earlier today and it was like some guy and he's wearing like gray sweatpants and like some type of like Nike shoes and like a hat. And I was like, he kind of looks like a big old child, like, dressed like that. I don't know. Like a big 8-year old. And then the energy that you're heading towards is the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, I guess like people would say it's like, oh, you're cursed. It's like even myself, especially with the Tower here, it's like being deported, deployed, into the military, things like that. But even in its meaning of like being deployed into the military, it's like that is what feels like an ending, but is actually a really great beginning. Um, so it's like getting a game over, or breaking a video game, or just like being completely over some sort of situation that you've been repeating for a very long time, and now it's over, and now it's like time to start a new new priority or new focus. um I always see it in the terms of like video games and things like that. Like me myself, when I was younger, I never really liked like cartoons and video games. I always sort of saw it as like a waste of time. But then as I became older and became aware of things like productivity, it's like, if you are a dog sled driver, you can't drive your dog sled 24/7. You can't drive a truck 24/7. You need to rest. And not only do you need to take time to rest, like Ten of Swords, with your eyes closed in complete darkness, whether if that's like, you can't relax so bad that you need to like drink yourself into that or whatever it is every once in a while, um, then I guess that's the case. But it's like you need to rest, you need to relax, you need to have fun, you need to play games, you need to conversate with people, and then it makes the work that you do better and richer and more fulfilled, which then gets you more money. So it's like there are certain things that might seem like a waste of time, like self care or pleasantries or niceties, but that's also a big part of um, growing whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm very much that way because I hate intros and outros, because I just say it's because I have a Mercury in Aries and I'm like, I don't have time. And it's like, what exactly is it that I don't have time for? I don't know. Um, but that's how I feel about that. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and leaving comments and tagging, your favorite Pisces in the comments, and, helping them get aligned to what priorities they need to have in this month of May, season of Taurus. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.